Darkshad versus Purp. And as you see on the screen, we have Shulk from Darkshad and Snake from Purp. I know Shad has mentioned to me in previous discussions that Snake is definitely the counter you want to use when you go up against Shulk. So we'll see what Purp brings to the table with this Snake play and how Shad's going to be able to adjust as we go into Game 1 on Pokemon Stadium 2. Too used to seeing Pokemon Stadium 1, so it kind of catches me off guard. I got to take a second look when I do see that. But relatively even as we start this match out. Shad already out the back with Monados going and the pressure on Purp right now. So yeah, obviously we're going to see a bunch of projectile play coming out from Purp. And Shad doing his best to get in and keep Snake in disadvantage. That's what you want to look for when you're going up against Snake. How does your character work around grenades in his general camping game, and how do you keep him in disadvantage? Because that is where he does not want to be when he's forced to land or recover in situations like this that Shad is forcing on Purp. Going to be grabbing out of that Lukita and again throws him off stage. Almost gets the dare, but the up B just knocking him at a very peculiar angle. But regardless, Shad's able to close out that stock with a forward air. So Shad with the lead, not too far off is Purp. He's going to be able to close out this stock with a good edge guard or even a good up tilt once this shield Monado runs out. Or excuse me, shield art. So now Shad's pretty much camping right now, but gets caught by the up tilt as I just mentioned not too long ago. So two stocks apiece. Now all the Monados are reset. Excuse me, arts. I know a lot of players get really picky if you say Monado instead of arts. Shield coming out. I believe that was a mistake. He's only at 21%. He's getting hit right now. So yeah, we're just seeing a ton of trades, but these are going in Shad's favor, especially when he's getting stage control and doesn't have as much percent tacked on as Purp. And there's going to be an up smash on that air dash to the ground. Shad playing very well, but Purp, again, not too far off. Just need to see less trades and more dominant plays that keep him in advantage when it comes playing against Shad's Shulk right now. And Shad's been going for these trades no problem because he knows he's getting more off of them than Purp in comparison. Gonna be a grab, back throw again, going for stage control. All right, Purp getting the damage. Oh my goodness, excellent combination of the up smash into the up tilt. Purp's going to be able to close out that stock, make it one apiece in this Game 1. And it's relatively close. This is really good. This is something you want to see. Going to be down air, step your game up, and immediately switch into the shield art. And Shad, he's one of the Shulks who tends to always have an art going. When I see Nico play, I tend to see him at moments just go artless and just choose to play neutral without using the arts at all. Shad almost always has an art going and is always paying attention to that dial-up to make sure which one is ready to go up next. And it really shows the mark of a master Shulk and almost gets him with that footstool downbeat. Goodness. And after I was doing that whole ramble speech, you know, Purp has brought it back. Like I said, it wasn't too far off. And as I mentioned before, this is a character that gives Shulk trouble from the words of Darkshad. And Purp going up 1-0, taking that Game 1 relatively close. Definitely coming off the back end with a... Gotta throw these back on. I got new contacts. Bright light is just destroying my eyes right now. But yeah, that was phenomenal play coming out from Purp. Oh my goodness. So, I think we might see a stage switch. I personally do not like Snake on Pokemon Stadium 1 or 2. You always want to look to reduce the amount of platforms that Snake is able to camp and play on. And I know for a fact I've lost to a solid Snake from Kentucky. I believe his name is Amita. Shouts for that guy. For the most part, he was able to circle camp me because of the characters I was using. Now, Shad with Shulk does bring a bit more maneuverability to the table, so it'll be interesting to see what he picked. And I looked away literally like a half a second too late to see what stage was chosen. But obviously both players will be going, oh, excuse me, I was actually expecting Shad to stay Shulk, but he's going to go with Wolf. This will be interesting to see, because his Shulk wasn't necessarily doing too bad. Like, he was trading a ton, but maybe he doesn't want to trade much. And I guess that's what the Wolf pick brings to the table. Just less trading, more straight up damage, and much more solid hits. And I believe this is still best of 3 territory. So Purp being up 1-0, it's really good for him. Getting this early start with the percent right now, not taking anything so far, and tacking up 53% on Shad. And again, Shad being the one to force to approach, which is always troublesome when you're against a Snake player. Especially one who is playing such solid camping neutral as Purp. This is not looking good for Shad right now. Just Purp throwing everything in the kitchen sink at him with these grenades. Has the remote detonation on the ground ready and waiting for when he tries to approach. So Shad has to be mindful of that. But regardless, Shad getting these trades, they're not 100% favorable, but is building up that percent. And that's all he really needs right now before he's able to close out the stock with presumably a back air or down smash. I definitely feel the Shulk pick would have been much better. There's going to be up tilt, down tilt punish. Almost gets him with the jabs, but he ends up rolling in. Still relatively close on this game 2. Still 3 stocks on both players' sides. Who's going to drop this first stock? It will really go in whoever's favor, to be honest. Oh, could have been a punish on that. The up smash, they're both whiffing moves right in front of each other, but Shad whiffing the least amount, catching him with that back air, and now just choosing to back off while that invincibility is going. Gets the down smash roll read, and it's literally back even. Oh my goodness. It's been relatively slow with this. With the Shulk play from game 1, it was more explosive, a lot more trades. Now we're seeing a bit more patience out of both players. He's going to have to use the remote detonation. He's going to do some damage to himself. And you see Shad, he's just charging down smash, but still getting hit by those up Bs. And the tide has completely shifted into Shad's favor. He's going to do the up throw, try and go for a back air. So Shad kind of making me eat my words. I mean, it's still been relatively close. And he's doing a tad bit better right now than Shulk originally was. There's going to be up air, still good DI coming out from Purp. The up smash, and Purp is still hanging on to the stock. I'm telling you, man, Snake eats his Wheaties. Grown man, but does not matter. That back air does not care about how big you are. You are out of here, good sir. So now Shad with the stock lead. Now we did see this at the later stages of game 1. It's going to be interesting to see if Purp's going to be able to make that comeback yet again. Because again, Shad had that lead and just slowly let it slip away. But I don't think that's going to happen. Again, Shad's slowing down the momentum. He's choosing to force Purp to come to him. And that's what Purp has to do. Always have to be mindful of your opponent's play styles, especially at the beginning of the match. Again, playing relatively campy because he had the lead. Now he's forced to approach. He's in a disadvantage. Shad's going deep. No edge guard coming out, but it's still all Shad right now. Purp has to make something happen if he wants to close out the stock and close it out, and there's that something. The grenade exploding on the shield, knocking Wolf straight above him from the land the up air. Now I expect Shad to still do more slow, methodical play, because if he does become overzealous, even going for an edge guard and put himself in a bad position, it could literally spell bad news bears for him. All right, still just using that laser, just building up percent until he's able to kill. But again, cannot be overzealous with moves like that. Going to get the trade on the grenade. Still has Purp in not the most favorable position. There's the ridiculous hitbox on that down smash. And Shad's able to close out that game 2, forcing the game 3 situation. All right, this has definitely been one slobber knocker of a match. One apiece. The Wolf switch definitely, it was definitely doing something. I'm not saying it's a bad pick, but I definitely would have expected him to stay Shulk, especially for the edge guarding opportunities. But he feels that down smash, it's much easier to land in comparison to using Shulk's bair, forward air, or down air, or even up B. Like all those options in comparison to just that one smash attack. So that's, I'm definitely expecting him to stay with the with the Wolf pick. I could not see him switching off of how well he was performing. Still relatively even. Purp obviously knowing what to do against Wolf in that matchup. So this is going to be interesting. This is definitely going to be interesting. They're heading to the battlefield, I think I saw. He's hovering over Ryu. Okay. He is definitely not playing Ryu. And we're going to see a Mario pick. Okay, this will be relatively interesting. Wolf being a fast faller, he's going to be able to get comboed by Mario relatively easy. I'm not sure if Mario has anything guaranteed on Wolf, because I've not seen this matchup before. So this will be an eye-opener for all of us. All All right, let's see what Pulp's Mario brings to the table, just using these dares to try and cross up on shield, even catch and pressing the button since it is a multi-hit move. But right now, Shad, again, just forcing to slow the momentum down in his favor since he has the lead. Oh my goodness, excellent conversion, and the taunt coming out from Shad. This man's on fire. This Mario pick definitely not looking too hot right now. But definitely cannot count Purp out. He has shown he's a solid player, but Shad, with the pressure, is just so relentless right now. There's going to be a down throw, up airs, getting the damage going. All right, now you got Purp with the stage control and keeping him in disadvantage as best he can. Tries to go for the mix-up right there, but Shad sitting a shield. Always want to stay patient in those situations. You don't want to jump or pull the trigger too early when you have the lead and you know your opponent is desperate to land that kill option. Always just pay attention to how your opponent is reacting to your movement. Shad and Purp are just playing around each other so well right now. Purp only at 56%, so he manages to close out this stock. He's going to be in a really good position. Just does not want to hit 70 plus. Oh my goodness, did not snap the ledge with that up B a little bit too high, or he probably held up trying to catch Shad pressing the button, but regardless, did not work out in his favor, and now he's down 3 stocks to 1, excuse me. There's going to be an up smash, all right. Purp still in this. He still has a stock on the table, only at 9%. Anything is possible. Shad is just very relentless with this wolf pressure, spacing with these nairs, and it lasts so long, so you have to, it tends to bait you out because you're unsure if the hitbox is still out there. And this is looking, Darkshad right now does not get that F smash on the roll read. Still solid neutral play out of both players. Purp trying to get something started. Gets the down throw with no follow-up. There's going to be the back air, and that will do it. Not the best DI coming out from Purp. So Shad's able to take that over Purp. Winner's side of top 64, 2-1. Purp was playing phenomenal. I do not agree with that Mario switch.